Wheelock, Chapter 40. Here at the end, we have yet another grab bag. The first are some interrogative words. You've already learned that you can introduce a question. You can start a question with a normal interrogative word like ubi or kur, meaning why or where. You can use an interrogative pronoun like quis or quid, who or what. Those are normal question words, right? But you've also learned you can put ne at the end of an initial word, usually a verb or something else that's crucial to the meaning of the question, and that tells you you're asking a question. If you expect the answer yes, you introduce that question with nana. He is coming, isn't he? Right? Nana expects yes. And noom expects no. He isn't coming. Noom wanit. He isn't coming, is he? Hard to translate this any other way. Those are unnatural English renderings, but I'm not sure there's any better substitution for nana or noom than adding those tags, those extra phrases, to make it clear that you're anticipating a particular kind of answer. Fear clauses use ne and ut with verbs of fear, temeo, weror, matui, and they're flipped from your expectations. There's an explanation here that this originally arises from a sort of jussive clause. Not sure how helpful that is, but that's the explanation. You just need to remember that verbs of fearing, ne and ut, seemed to have opposite functions of what you'd expect. So, timeo ne id credant is I fear that they will believe something. Whereas ut is you being afraid that they won't believe something. Ut id credant. So it's the opposite. You might be tempted to translate where or ut id credant as I fear that they believe it. But that's wrong. I've often said ne can basically be translated with lest all the time. I fear lest they believe it. I'm not sure it works there. I fear lest they believe it. I think that's expecting them. I think that's expressing a hope that they don't. I fear lest they believe it. Not clear that works there. So, fear clauses, one of the last concepts of the whole book, and it's basically just that Latin works the opposite of English when you're expressing a fear. Finally, you have genitive and ablatives of description. The genitives of description are pretty unremarkable. Remember, genitives serve a basically adjectival function. The ablative of description is a little bit weird. Look at the last three examples on this page. And to tell you the truth, I think the ablative of description is an aporetic category, an aporetic judgment. That is, it's what you guess when you've tried all the other options. I'm not sure there are any other good rules for telling you when you should expect an ablative of description, other than sometimes you see ablatives, and maybe they're derived from ablatives of respect. That is I esteem diligo hominem antiquo virtute. I'd probably be tempted to translate that as something like I esteem a man with respect to his old morality. That's how I'd be tempted to translate that. But there are cases like as the last one, es moribus bonis, you are a person of good character. Hard to translate that with an ablative of respect. That seems to be some kind of predicate adjective function being used with, or an ablative being used as a sort of predicate adjective function. There's a reason this is at the very end. It breaks rules kind of, or at least doesn't fit naturally into the other uses. So you should know these exist. Genitives are really easy to spot usually. It's usually no trouble. They're doing their sort of genitive adjectival thing. Ablatives of description is a category you will maybe pull out a couple times in your future.